Hello, welcome to the live stream. Candy's here. Candy, say hello.
No. Are you playing Dave again?
Of course, I'm gonna play Dave.
Ugh,
I haven't finished the game yet on stream, at
murder.
least. Listen, have you ever eaten sushi, Candy?
Perhaps.
So
Perhaps. I don't know.
okay. So what are you even talking about? What are you even talking about, girl?
Killing.
They're fake
I grew
fishes.
up.
They're not even real fishies.
I know. I grew up in Puerto Rico with fishing.
Okay.
Ah, little fishy.
You tripping, girl. You tripping.
Ah.
Okay. Wait to see if some people come in before we start talking news stuff. In the meantime,
Word.
make your case. Make your case for what you were saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. There is no case to be made.
That was
I was-
my point.
There's no case to be made. I don't know what you're talking about. You're
Mm-hmm.
just making up stuff.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, I was talking about Twitter and how it went down today.
Yeah, okay. I
I
agree
use
with you
Twitter.
on that one. I agree that happened.
I don't even know. I don't use Twitter,
Um,
so I wouldn't know.
all right, let me see if my audio is good.
There's a lot of
Hang
speculation
on.
about what happened. What?
Okay. Uh, it's good, but let's see if I, because the maybe turn the gain down a little bit here. Hello. Hello, because we're like fuzzy, right? It gets fuzzy on the top
I don't know.
ends. I'll work my audio here. Let's see. Test, test. How we test? Okay, that sounds better, I think. Yeah, because like the audio is like on my stream is pretty often hitting like a fuzzy point when it gets a little loud and it doesn't sound very good. So I'm like adjusting
Mm,
my levels and shit to try and make it sound better. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, indeed.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very much so. Very much so. Okay. Let's see what do we want to talk about. Things that are happening. So, obviously, the big thing today is the markets. Have
Market.
you been
Yeah,
following that? Yeah.
yeah.
Huge, huge drop in the market. Let's take a look. It closed just under
They say it's because he Trump did an interview with
Maria Bartiromo. Yeah, I saw the interview. Yeah. Where she asked him, like, are there fears of a
going to
recession? And he said,
recession.
listen,
Right.
I don't want to make a prediction, okay? I don't make predictions about things like that, but I can't rule it out. Can't rule it out. And so he didn't rule out a recession.
That's a
And
Trump impersonation.
are you are you making fun of me right now? You making fun
Oh
of me right
no,
now?
no, no. I'm
Listen,
laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
listen. My name is Donald. I've had different ones throughout. I have to workshop it because I've had different ones throughout the years. Some of them have been better than others, but I have to like combine the best aspects of all of them. Like one of them has been like a really deep, low Donald, something like this. So I need to work in some of this stuff to the low, sort of drony Donald. I'm working on it.
Yeah, keep working on it.
Hey, it's not that terrible, okay? It's okay.
It's an abomination.
Yeah, everybody hates listening to it because they hate Trump.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I used to have a pretty decent Obama as well, but I don't know how good it is now.
I'm not even gonna ask you to do it.
Well, I'm gonna, okay?
No, no, no. I don't. No,
Because,
no,
Camden, listen, Cam,
no, no,
I
no,
care
no,
about you, and
no, no.
I care about America,
Oh my God.
and I want to see something for all of us out here, all Americans who care about hope. I think my
Oh my
best
God.
ever was Clinton. It's a little cartoonish though. It's more for like comedic effect than trying to be accurate. We'll be like, "Well, hey there, Candy. How's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Why don't you come on over to the Oval Office? We'll have ourselves a good time."
Oh my God. It's so crazy. Oh, oh my God.
Classic, classic. That's his Monica. It's his Monica Lewinsky voice. I spoke to Monica Lewinsky. He's like, "Hey, Monica."
Like you would know, like
There's a
you were
lot of
there and
room.
you
There's a
heard it.
lot of room under this desk.
My God.
Yeah. So obviously, market
Oh, he could
instability.
he dropped something under the desk and be like, "Can you get it for me?"
Hmm. Why don't you? Oh, I see a quarter. Why don't you get it for me? Like way back when I was in acting school, I wrote like an
You were in
SNL.
acting school?
Oh yeah, I wrote like in SNL style monologue as Bill Clinton, advocating advocating for the legalization of prostitution, and it's pretty funny.
You could be you could do like I think you would do a okay. Don't be mad, but I think because of your physical appearance a little bit, you could probably do a pretty decent Joe Rogan impersonation. Oh, I'm just not. I'm okay. I don't know how you feel about him. That's why.
Man, but I'm not. I do impersonations of
True.
Trump. It's not about being a fan, right? Huh?
You're right.
Yeah. Um,
But it
I'd
would
have
be
to
pretty
work on it
funny if
though,
you
because
did.
I've never tried one, so I'll have to like
His voice
look
is
at it in
very
practice.
like deep and raspy, right? Like
Yeah,
over
yeah,
the
yeah,
like.
yeah. I'd have to try to work it out because that's it's an interesting one. His isn't like a really obvious impressionable voice, right?
Hmm, hmm.
It's just more subtle. Where like presidents, they have a lot of presidents have like these really distinct things going on with their voice that you can just kind of grab onto, right?
I could have done a Kamala if she had won.
You can still do a Kamala. She doesn't have to win for you to do the Kamala.
I have the. I don't think I had to
No.
imitate her. I have the her whiny voice. I already have a whiny voice.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, a little bit. She's got kind of a little whininess to it. for sure.
Yeah, she said things like America, like
America, yeah.
need people who's gonna look out for that. I don't know. She has this whiny voice. Yeah,
Need people. You got to get the cadence right. The cadence is important.
I know. Well, I never done a impression before, so
Yeah. That cadence
it
is
off
definitely
memory.
important.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, markets tumbling on recession fears. We'll see how things go tomorrow. Things don't look super great for the markets, and he's not really making it better. I don't know what all of his, like Lutnick and all of them are like, there's not going to be a recession. It's going to be perfect. But I don't know how they can reconcile that when, the banks are worried. The banks are all talking about recession markers. Yeah, it just doesn't look super great right now. Does not
And
look great. Um,
you know, are we still in the topic?
what were you going to say?
I don't get it. Okay, so like, who pays unemployment? Like, if you get fired from a job, let's say a regular job,
I think Social Security.
does it?
Let me
Isn't
double
the
check. Or
employer?
there's like, or each state. Oh, right. Okay, it's paid by the unemployment insurance is paid by the employer,
Employer, right? Because you
and
play
then
it,
the state pays it out.
which is then the federal government reimburses the state.
Um,
I looked it up.
yeah, I'll check that too.
Now there's a reason why I bring it up because I was thinking, they're trying to get rid of waste and abuse, and they fire all these people, federal workers. Now they're eligible to collect unemployment, which wouldn't that still be paying for those employees even
Yeah, but
though
it's
they're
like
not
way
there?
less. Unemployment benefits are like way less than a salary.
Yeah, in some cases, not every case. Yeah,
Um, no, because that's like
because
a
I think there's a cap,
mandated
right?
amount. It's not like
It's, it's,
so that's
it's,
like a
it's a,
mandated amount unemployment mandated by like the state or the federal government. Like it's not
yeah.
a it doesn't change. I don't think based on how much money you made. Like how much
I,
like up to a certain amount, it doesn't change.
right, that's what I'm
But
saying.
yeah, but that amount is relatively low.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not inclined. I'm being lazy to do the research.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take your word for it.
Max
Yeah, especially people who've been there for
um
years, who
450
are
a
not
week is
retired.
the max
They
amount in
probably
California.
how much?
450 a week is the max amount in California.
Right, but some jobs you don't make 450 a week, right?
Yeah, it goes from 40 to 450.
Yeah.
But the max you can get is 450 a week.
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah.
but I don't know. It just seems silly that it's still paying them to stay at homes or you know seems why fire them when they could be doing work? You know what I mean?
Uh
Right.
I mean some of it is symbolic. Some of it is like, "Oh, we're getting rid of waste," but I mean it's still a drop in the bucket. It feels
Yeah.
honestly it feels very symbolic and some of it just punitive cuz they don't like them.
DEI.
That's just a
Sorry,
bullshit
DEIA.
excuse.
It's DEIA. I keep saying DEI. It's
Yeah, that's just a
DEIA.
boogeyman. That's more of a bullshit excuse rather than anything.
Oh my God. Speaking of DEIA, I know my mind goes. It's it goes from here and there and just all over. Did you see they started removing stuff from historic websites because it had certain words in it?
No.
No, like they have like a list of words, like say for instance, gay, right? So if um whatever they purging anything with the word gay, but it just so happens to one, it was an athlete, and I think one was a civil rights activist, had the last name gay, and their information is getting like wiped out off the internet because it falls in these. Let me look it up because this is I'm so vague on this. So it says the National Security Agency, NASA, is planning a big delete, in quotes, of websites and internal network content that contain any of 27 banned words,
Mm-hmm.
including privilege, bias, or inclusion. Let me see if
Use anything.
rude.
Anything they consider to be, ooh, that word sounds woke.
Yeah, anything.
Don't
Hi,
worry, you're
Steve.
woke.
What'd
I
you
was
say?
I said, don't worry, you're woke.
I'm so woke. I'm the wokest.
I
Hey,
was
bud.
hoping you would join us. Okay,
Did you see
so
the markets today, Steele?
Yeah, your markets are kind of shot, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So listen, so the anti-racism, racism, allyship, bias, DEI, diversity, diverse, confirmation bias, equity, equitableness, feminism, gender identity, inclusion, inclusive, all inclusive, inclusivity, injustice, intersectionality, prejudice, privilege, racial identity, sexuality, stereotypes, pronouns, transgender,
Jesus.
equality.
They're wiping pronouns out? That'll make it
Every
really difficult to write any sentences.
Why? How often do you use pronouns in a sentence?
You literally just did.
it's not
I mean, like in
no,
almost
it's not
every sentence.
You is not a pronoun.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it's not from sentences, it's from websites, government websites and stuff. So
You is a pronoun.
is it?
Mm.
Yes. I is a
I
pronoun.
don't.
We is a pronoun.
I don't know.
Uh, hmm.
I mean, look it up.
Is Jordan a
You is a
pronoun?
pronoun.
Is Jordan a pronoun?
Jordan is a noun, is a proper noun.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Jordan, how often does
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Jordan, you no fuck it, Jordan.
Pronouns are
If
like an
you is a
integral
pronoun,
part of the English language. What?
I don't agree that you is a pronoun, but whatever.
Why? What is it? What do you think it is?
Ah. Mm.
It's been so it's a DDoS. I was wondering if it was that. Easy Rider says apparently X has been nuked from orbit by a massive denial of service attack. I needed to read the news more often. I didn't know why. I didn't really look it up, but I was wondering if it was a DDoS. So thanks for letting me know that one.
The question there is, who has the capability to like launch a DDoS attack against
Against X?
yeah.
I don't know because I don't really know how tight their ship is over there.
I mean, the server infrastructure is like massive.
He's pointing at Ukraine. He says it's Ukraine.
Oh wait, Musk says it. Ukraine.
Yeah, Musk says it's Ukraine.
Well, obviously his.
I have no idea if that's real.
I think they have bigger fish to fry.
A pro-Palestinian Russian-based hacker group claimed responsibility.
So Russia.
I don't know what that means. Pro-Palestinian Russian-based hacker group. Maybe we could say Russia. I'm not sure.
I mean, the Russian-based and they're a hacker group in Russia. Russia.
Okay.
No?
Maybe. I mean, they might be independent. They might not be like.
There's no such thing as an independent hacking collective in Russia.
I mean, it's unlikely. That's true. Certainly unlikely.
It's like there's no uncorrupt politician in America.
I feel like that's an overstatement.
Show me the non-corrupt politician.
I mean, I don't think like AOC, for example, is probably not corrupt.
Let's take a look in our finances.
Just because you get donations from PACs doesn't automatically make you corrupt.
Yeah, well, we need to look at her finances, and then we need to go and look at her actions based on those finances.
So lobbying means corruption? Is that how we're understanding this?
I mean, lobbying does tend to lead to corruption, correct? Yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that it's always going to.
I never said that. I said that we need to look at her action based on where she gets her money. How often does she vote on the interest of the people she gets money from?
Okay.
If she votes for it more than 50%, probably had something to do with the money. No?
Maybe.
If she's like voting for their interest over the rest of her constituents or whatever.
I don't know if that necessarily means that. Sometimes elected officials will vote against the general points of view of their constituents for reasons of believing in something other than what their constituents believe in.
Yeah, would they actually be voted into office then?
Sure. I mean, people don't agree with everything of the person that they voted for. A lot of the time, they don't agree with everything of the person they voted for.
Sure. Like, if I highly doubt that, I forgot what I was going to say. Don't worry, I'm getting seen now.
That is a worrying thing to hear from me, Steele.
Shut up. You shush. You forgot that you went into daylight savings time, so this is not on me. You're also being seen.
Did you shut him down still?
No.
Huh? Shut who down? For
Did
what?
you shut Jordan?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. I'm on Steele's side because he's always on my side. So it's team
What? He is
Steele
not always on your side. What are you talking about?
always on my right?
I'm always on my side.
Yeah, Steele has his own opinions and points of view. Sometimes he agrees
Always
with
on
me.
my side.
Sometimes he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He never agrees with you.
What do you mean? He agrees with me plenty of times. You just don't hear us
Yeah.
argue when he agrees with me. Because why would we be arguing? He agrees with me.
Do you agree with Jordan?
And I don't blanketly agree with Jordan.
Yeah. We're people. We all have different points of view on things. Sometimes they agree. Sometimes they don't.
Jordan,
I just
make a point, and I can tell Candy if I agree with that point or not.
I just disagree with Jordan cause why
Dual
not?
citizenship is not a bad thing.
Dual citizenship is definitely a bad thing.
I brought that one up because I know it's one that he disagrees with me on.
It should be banned, and countries should not allow it. Yes, that's my opinion.
And I agree with Steele.
Inherently,
you agree with Steele that dual citizenship is a bad thing?
In the psyche.
No, it's kind of like what you were just saying. You were talking about conflict of interest. Wouldn't that be a conflict of interest?
That's how Steele views it. I don't view it that way.
Absolutely.
Especially if you have a dual citizenship between countries that are allied.
Up until the point they're not aligned.
Right.
Well, if they're not allied, a lot of the time you actually can't hold a dual citizenship.
That's not true.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of the times you can't hold dual citizenships in two countries that are not allied. Like not allied, that are like adversarial.
No. So, for example, countries in the West that do allow for dual citizenships, mainly in Europe. The US might be different in this. I'm not familiar with American laws on the matter. However, the European countries, the ones that do allow for dual citizenship, don't have any restrictions on which
So, like,
country.
you can't have a dual citizenship with America and China.
Well, that's a different thing. That's because China does not allow for dual citizenship.
I was hoping you didn't know that part.
Still gotcha again.
No, he just knew a thing that I
You don't know a
conveniently
lot.
didn't mention, even though I knew it.
You're trying to claim that you know something he doesn't know when he just shut you down. Oh my god.
No, I disagree with it.
No,
I disagree with it.
I
So I disagree with it from a more fundamental, like, somewhat moral perspective. His is more practical, and so I'm gonna have a difficult time formulating an argument that's not feels. So on this discussion, he's going to have an inherent advantage, even though I disagree from what I believe to be a more moral position.
What's the moral position?
The moral position is that we shouldn't be restricting citizens from having dual citizenships from multiple countries because they may be from that country or they may have background in that country. There's also ways that it can, in certain instances, improve relations between us and that country. That's more of a practical one, but it's a bit of a weaker argument. And then, of course, his rebuttal is that it's a conflict of interest.
It is a conflict of interest.
I disagree.
So,
I don't see
I will run a scenario.
Two dual citizenship.
I think it can be a conflict of interest, but I don't think it's necessarily a conflict of interest.
Okay, I will run a scenario. Right? This is the scenario.
I'm going to agree with
you, as a U.S. citizen and a U.S. serviceman, are called into war with an enemy nation. This enemy nation you happen to be a citizen of as well. The leaders of the enemy nation contact you and say, hey, dear citizen so-and-so, we need you to steal sensitive information on troop movements so you can be viewed as a hero of the nation. We will also pay you handsomely and protect you from any retribution by your other nationality or citizen, whatever, your other country. Now, you, by that conversation, have become an active security threat to nation number one, even if you were not to act on it. There's avenues for these their security agencies to put even more pressure on you in the future. Because you did not go to nation number one's security apparatus to begin with.
The likely outcome is that you'd have to pick one, and then the one that you didn't pick would probably revoke your citizenship.
Sure.
That's it.
That's not it. Because what if you go, I'm Jordan, and I believe everyone should have the right to this.
Well, what are you going to do? You're going to say, undo my revoking of citizenship, country, and then they're going to say, kick rocks, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No, you're going to have, if it's in the U.S., you're going to place a constitutional challenge.
Yeah, but when you take an oath of citizenship in the U.S., part of that oath does.
That's assuming you took an oath.
Outline like an
So
allegiance
if you're
to
a
the
natural
United
born,
States.
that's assuming you took that oath, right? So when you're born a citizen, you don't proclaim an oath.
Yeah, born is a different situation. I mean, I think at that point you'd just be like, if you went to serve a country in war against the United States, you'd just be a traitor at that point.
Would you though?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you? I mean, for nation number one, yes. For nation number two, you'll be national hero.
Yeah, maybe, but that's your choice. I mean, it's happened. We've had defectors.
Yeah. So my point being is not that this is like not really the point that I'm trying to make. Anyway, what we're talking about in a sense of, so you're aware that people can be born citizens of two or more lands, right?
again?
That you're aware that people can be born citizens of 2 or more lands.
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So, these individuals start off their life with either 2 or more nationalities or citizenships. They have not pledged any quote-unquote allegiance to any of these countries.
Okay.
This will present an issue down the line where they need to pick, right? So there is a level of freedom granted to the citizens that I don't that is not necessarily granted to a person that holds a residency.
Sure.
You have an easier time to get a job in a governmental office. You have an easier time gaining access to sensitive information. You have an easier time gaining access to classified information. Now,
yeah, but in getting vetted for access to classified information, dual citizenships and ties to other countries come under scrutiny as part of that vetting.
Correct. However, depending on the legislation, majority of Western states does not allow for discrimination based on dual citizen status.
Discrimination, no, but granting security clearance is not like a discriminatory thing. If there's a concern,
there are legal precedences that goes against your position on this.
Okay, I'm sorry. So what you're suggesting is that if during their vetting they feel that somebody's ties to another country should otherwise disqualify them from getting a security clearance, you're saying that it is unconstitutional and discriminatory for them to deny that security clearance.
So what I'm saying is that in certain cases, that would be the case. Correct.
No. If there is real concern that those ties to that other country would prevent them from getting security clearance, they will not get security clearance.
I'm not talking about America only.
Okay.
I'm talking about a number of European or Western states.
Well, that's fucking weird, and I don't agree with that. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah. So
and in that case, there is a pretty clear conflict of interest there in that case, and I would suggest that they modify their laws for that because that's kind of wild.
Then you do have the people with dual nationality.
Aren't dual nationalities in Europe somewhat common?
No.
No?
No.
In the European Union, there's not a lot of common dual citizenships between like people whose one parent like from Germany, one parent from France, for example.
I mean, it happens, but like, it's not common that you have those compilations of relationships. So usually, one parent tends to like rescind their, say, decide to live in Germany, right? They lived in Germany with their partner for a number of years, and they have the ability to gain German citizenship. Since they live in Germany, usually what people tend to do is, oh, I don't need my French citizenship anymore. I'll revoke it.
Well, either way, in either case, it's a pretty low percentage of people who have dual citizenship.
Yeah, this is why I don't care about banning the practice.
This is why I don't really consider it that big of a conflict of interest.
It is a conflict of interest. It's an inherent conflict of interest, and that's why it should be banned. Period.
I disagree.
Yes,
I think when it gets to the point, I think based on our discussion,
look,
it's become clearer to me.
Oh, shut up.
I think it's become clearer to me over the course of this discussion that if it comes to a point where it could become a conflict of interest, that conflict of interest gets resolved by the actions that follow.
Yeah, but why would you want to have that thing even be a thing, right? So,
well, because most of the time, if it's not, when it's not a conflict of interest,
I'm not speaking, man.
Okay.
Jeez. Like,
if you don't want to have even the semblance of a problem, you get rid of the problem, right? You make people choose a side to begin with. You remove any allowance for this to even be a concern. So you know that your citizenry is loyal.
I mean, it's a small percentage of the population. Most of the population is inherently loyal. That citizenry that does have a dual citizenship may have to make a choice, but odds are pretty high that they won't have to.
Whenever I get into power, I'm gonna go with if you have another citizenship, you're just getting a residency permit.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like over the course of our conversation, I've been more convinced that it's not that big of an issue, but
Dude, what are you trying to make? I'm sleeping. Or sleep.
I just like I said, it seems to me small portion of the population, and if it gets to a point where that conflict of interest pops up, there are pretty clear resolutions of that conflict of interest.
Yes, you want to debate with me almost asleep? Yes.
Okay, fine. We'll leave it for next time. This is an ongoing one anyway. We've had this one back and forth. Anyway, things we do agree on. Funding Ukrainian defense against Russia.
True.
Yep.
And there's a massive 800 billion euro fund that might help.
Will help development of defense for companies that do that. It will push European defense forward. So, Steele's biggest dream of a dissolution of NATO will come around.
I think your lovely president is doing a wonderful job in that, man. He is obviously the best choice for this Mr. Tangerine Man.
I can't believe it.
You can't believe what?
I can't believe that I might see the dissolution of NATO happen sooner rather than later.
Look, I mean, this is the only good thing he is going to do. So
we're far apart on that one. Oh, goodness. Speaking of that, in addition with all the things he's been cutting off, he remotely cut off radar jamming equipment on F-16s that we've sent to Ukraine, right in the middle of Putin's renewed bombing.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're using Mirages anyway, and they are doing wonders on the Eastern Front.
So Easy Rider, that was never actually agreed to in the NATO charter. That was something that they had discussions about, but it was never actually ratified, and it was only in regards to talks about German unification. There have been plenty of other instances where this was not an issue for Putin and Russia, and again, that was not actually. So in the beginning, yeah, the easternward expansion. In the beginning, they were moving towards that being a big part of the discussion, but by the end of the discussions of German unification, it was no longer really on the table. So it was something that they were talking more and more about, but then as the discussions went on after a certain point, the favorability of that started going down. And Gorbachev has actually, Gorbachev had come out at different points and sort of reiterated this as well. Hello, Daniel. What's good? Welcome.
In the 90s, like Yeltsin also went, fuck it.
Yeah, Yeltsin also kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much we trust Yeltsin, but yes, he's very drunk. Probably.
Well, Yeltsin did like his liquor, but that's neither here nor there. But he did also go, Russia has no problem with the Baltic countries joining NATO.
True.
By the way, the Baltic countries on the Russia's proper border to become NATO members.
Yeah. Estonia, Latvia as well, and
yeah, those are the Baltic countries.
That is true. Sorry, I got distracted by Daniel sending me a link.
Fucking dum-dum.
Wait, how did you see that, dude? X is down.
He has a backup of X on his computer.
I know, but X is down. I can't open it.
Should have a backup of the site on your computer.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my bad. I should keep
I should download it periodically, every hour on the hour. Archive.
I'm everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so I found an article about it where the literal headline is, "Did NATO promise not to enlarge? Gorbachev says no." I'm just going to find it where he said,
You know, there's a rogue brand in Sweden that has a very similar name to Gorbachev.
Okay, hang on. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, we got a bomb. Gorbachev continued that the agreement on a final settlement with Germany said that no new military structures would be created in the eastern part of the country. No additional troops would be deployed. No weapons of mass destruction would be placed there. It has been obeyed all these years. To be sure, the former Soviet president criticized NATO enlargement and called it a violation of the spirit of the assurances given Moscow in 1990, but he made clear there was no promise regarding broader enlargement.
Yeah, you can argue that, yes, it's a violation of the spirit of the law, but not the letter of the law.
Not the letter of the law. And, spirit of the discussions and assurances is that is an interpretable thing.
Yes. By the letter of the law, what Russia did in 2014 is a violation of the law.
Yes, that is true. And we're just doing we are holding up our end of the Budapest Memorandum, or at least we were.
Yeah, well, very late.
True. Well, let's see.
Yes, very late. Also, not with any force to speak of.
Right.
As if you were holding it up.
The Obama administration did supply $600 million of non-lethal military aid from 2014 to 2016. So vehicles, training, body armor, and night vision goggles. I don't know if the Budapest Memorandum specifies that it had to be lethal or non-lethal. Let's see.
It doesn't. Unfortunately.
Well,
These are these.
Let's read it.
Oh, we read it the other day.
What's that?
I said we read it the other day.
Where?
You did.
I did the full thing?
Well, not the full thing, but
Like a little bit of it, yeah. I mean, it's not very long. I can read the whole thing. Ukraine, the Budapest Memorandum of 1994. The following is the text of the Memorandum on Security Assurances, known as the Budapest Memorandum, in connection with Ukraine's accession to the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, signed December 5th, 1994. The United States of America, the Russian Federation, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland Great Britain and Northern Ireland, welcoming the accession of Ukraine to the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons as a non-nuclear weapons state, taking into account the commitment of Ukraine to eliminate all nuclear weapons from its territory within a specified period of time, noting the changes in the worldwide security situation, including the end of the Cold War, which have brought about conditions for deep reductions in nuclear forces, confirm the following. Number 1. The United States of America, the Russian Federation, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland reaffirm their commitment to Ukraine in accordance with the principles of the CSCE, Commission on Security and Cooperation in Europe, Final Act, to respect the independence and sovereignty and the existing borders of Ukraine. 2. The United States of America, the Russian Federation, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland reaffirm their obligation to refrain from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of Ukraine, and that none of their weapons will ever be used against Ukraine except in self-defense or otherwise in accordance with the Charter of the United Nations. So we're 2 for 2 on Russia violating. 3. The United States of America, the Russian Federation, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland reaffirm their commitment to Ukraine in accordance with the principles of the Final Act to economic coercion designed to their own interest, the exercise by Ukraine of the rights inherent in its sovereignty and thus the security of any kind. Russia and the United States violate. 4. The United States of America, the Russian Federation, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland reaffirmed their commitment to seek immediate United Nations Security Council action to provide assistance to Ukraine as a non-nuclear weapon state party to the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons if Ukraine should become a victim of an act of aggression or an object of a threat of aggression in which nuclear weapons are used. Arguably, the U.S. just violated this like a couple weeks ago. 5. The States of America, the Russian Federation, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland reaffirm in the case of the Ukraine their commitment not to use nuclear weapons against any non-nuclear weapon state party to the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, except in the case of an attack on themselves, their territories, or dependent territories, their armed forces, or their allies, by such a state in association or alliance with a nuclear weapon state. 6. The United States of America, the Russian Federation, and Britain and Northern Ireland will consult in the event a situation arises which raises a question concerning these commitments. This memorandum will become applicable upon signature, signed in 4 copies having equal validity in the English, Russian, and Ukrainian languages. Ooh, this boy has been violated up and down by numerous parties at this point.
So it is quite understandable, even though the securities guarantees given in this memorandum is kind of shit to begin with, that Ukraine will not agree to anything without security guarantees.
100%. Or should they? Were I in their position, I of course would not do that either. But I think technically, it appears that Obama 2014 to 2016 seems to either not violate the memorandum.
No, that's not what I said.
No, I know, but well, you did say that we didn't help them, and we just did. Just
Yeah, you didn't help them enough.
No, I agree. We didn't help them enough. I would agree with you. We didn't help them enough.
Yeah, so like the thing is, yes, you can quote unquote help with like shit that doesn't matter. Yeah, you can send helmets when
and vehicles.
Yes, sure. Helmet.
And night vision goggles.
Sure. Yes.
I agree we should have done more, but it doesn't appear to violate the memorandum.
Yeah, because the security guarantees in this memorandum have been like historically kind of shit.
Yeah, for sure. They need a stronger security guarantee after this war.
Yeah, no, they need active boots in the ground for like a period of 15 years to knock the Russian bear down.
Daniel says the problem is we were hedging bets at the time as a government policy. A lot of people didn't think they could get past corruption and make a functioning state. Yeah, but like also, you know, there was a lot more optimism at the same time, right? The Soviet Union had just fallen. There was like a renewed push for like strong capitalist forces being opened up and led into Russia. There was a lot of optimism then as well. I don't think people from 2014. Oh, talking specifically from 2014 after Euromaidan revolution, didn't he? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's fair. But why would that stop us from having a stronger support of Ukraine?
Oh, he's saying that people didn't think they would get past the inherent corruption in Ukraine to make a functional state?
Is that what you're saying? The Soviet corruption in Ukraine is what you're saying. Which, like, I mean, actually, if that's what he's saying, that's kind of fair.
No, not really. Corruption has been substantially eradicated throughout Ukraine, and it was never as bad as in Moscow.
In 2014, it was still pretty bad. Like, yeah, Yanukovych was.
But like, the thing is, corruption in Ukraine has never been as bad as corruption has been in Moscow. So the corruption in has never been to the same level as corruption in Moscow.
Of course.
Because, fun fact, Kiev has not been a center of power for quite some time.
Sure. No, I agree that obviously corruption is far worse in Russia. And that's sort of like true even in its worst. Corruption in Ukraine was below Russia, and Orban, that's true. on the corruption index scale. True. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we work on Ukraine's corruption. Although I agree, like, Yanukovych was sort of like a rough stooge at a certain level, and I think, we could have given them a lot of weapons, and he would have used them to like, okay, we're gonna help Russia on the side. Because Yanukovych was a dickbag.
I don't necessarily think he would like go. We're gonna help the Russians inherently. Also, like the thing is, if the West just sent troops and said, "We're doing this as agreed upon in the Budapest Memorandum," right? So it doesn't bar the signatories to send troops in support of Ukraine. It doesn't obligate
It
them
doesn't
to.
compel them to either, though.
Yeah, no, but like if they were to do that, they could kick out the quote unquote toy soldiers that came.
Yeah, but that's like a tough one, especially for the United States, who has a history of, international meddling.
Yeah, so why decide to not meddle now when you are very good at it and do it constantly?
I was going to say that, Daniel. Yanukovych was Putin's little puppet, and that's why he fled to Moscow after his failed protests like the USSR did in the 1956 failed Hungarian Revolution. That's true. Russia, basically, Yanukovych flee Ukraine when he was ousted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was in
2014.
Oh. 2013, beginning of 2014. Yeah, but they didn't invade until he did flee.
Yeah, because I think the invasion was a response to them kicking out the Putin puppet.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So if you went, oh shit, this fledgling democracy is being threatened by an authoritarian state, and you like the 14 years prior, you went spreading democracy to the Middle East and North Africa with various results.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
they became less democratic.
I think in hindsight, I think it's we can look back and be like, hey, yeah, that would have been an opportunity to really. I don't know about boots on the ground, because boots on the ground in Ukraine.
Need boots on the ground because you would have kicked these fuckers out quite easily.
Yeah, but
so
also boot ground on the border of Russia with Putin.
You send 2 quick response forces. You knock them the fuck out. You build fortifications on the border. You man them with international peacekeeping forces, and that's you out as a solitary nation.
That would be great. I don't think we really conduct operations that way very often, though.
I mean, that's your fault. You should put better presidents with brains.
Yeah, well, And Yanukovych fled after he and the Rada had agreed where he would stay on as the caretaker government until early elections. He led the morning striking the deal. Not only did he flee, but like they went, looking for him, find him anywhere, and they were like, "Where the fuck did he go?"
Go Russia.
Yep. Ran all over to Russia.
Yeah, he has a very
And
If we had boots on the ground, Russia would do what they have done with every red line: stingers to tanks to HEMARS to fighter jets, bitch and whine like a punk, but ultimately probably because that is what they do. That's all they do, time and time again. And the crazy thing is like the MAGA people like fallen for it every single. And I don't understand why, because we've seen him saber over and over and over and over again and do nothing when he's challenged on it.
Yeah, so
like I said, and I said it at the time as well, why don't we just send troops to protect the sovereignty of the international recognized borders of a sovereign land?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see, guys. It's time to check in to see if I have to go to jury duty tomorrow. Fingers crossed that I do not.
you.
Oh, here we go.
Why
Okay.
don't you want to do civic duty?
What?
Why don't you want to do
Your
your
civic duty.
Because I'm probably just going to have to sit there all day and then they'll send me home. I'm just not interested. Come on, 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 come on.
You should be
You're proud of
Nice!
doing your
I
civic.
do not have to report tomorrow, at least. Cool. So I have to check again
That's
tomorrow evening. Look,
that your government relies on you to.
Adjudicate petty
I would
crimes.
love to if I knew I was going to get like a really interesting case, right? But odds are it's going to be somebody who had like, a whole shit ton of fucking traffic violations or some shit.
Yeah,
You
you
need juries for that too.
Yeah, but that's boring.
Well, life is not interesting.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Yeah, life is not interesting. You're going to have boring shit to do. You need
that too.
I should call them on their behalf and tell them to please pick you. It would be an honor of your life. Okay, Orange County boy. You gonna try and talk to LA County, try and tell us what to do? You stay over there in the OC. How about that?
You should do that.
you should show yes,
Mr. Jordan.
really would love to be selected for jury duty. Preferably the most mundane case you have on the docket.
God. It would be cool if it was like a murder or something. That'd be really interesting.
You've been watching too many true crime shows.
Oh yeah, I actually have. That's not a false statement. Get Lil Gup put on your name badge. Like, this is my official name, Lil Gup. Is that a rap name? No, I just liked it. Took it on.
Should change all your legal documents to that.
To Lil Gup. That's how I'll be signing any things going forward.
And that's sort of what tends to happen when that's your legal name.
Yeah. I'll do it. Is that what you want?
You won't.
Yeah.
You won't. You're too
because irresponsible, okay?
No, it wouldn't be irresponsible. You're just too attached to
Your
your
family legacy, so you won't do it.
My family does kind of have a a little legacy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but like
You won't do it, so this is an empty threat on your part.
Yeah, but realistically, you wouldn't want me to do it either. So
do it. I dare you.
really, you think that's a good look for us?
No, I dare you. You won't do it.
So there's no
Number on my back.
Oh no, he says, remember, civic service is in your family history. I need to lay on the guilt trip. You know what? There are all other ways to serve, okay, that don't include sitting in a room for 8 hours waiting for them to call your name so that you can make up some bullshit that makes them think that you're not going to be a good choice for the
What
jury.
do you do when
a reporter asks you on your first political campaign, have you ever served in public, served the public, and you go,
Spurs. And what? I'll say no.
Yeah.
well,
If you were to go
to jury duty.
Very legitimate bone spurs.
you could
The
have
worst
gone
bone spurs.
with you could have gone with I've served my local
Community in the judicial system. Huh?
Well,
Much more
I'm gonna
than no.
obey the summons if I get it. I'm
Um,
obeying the summons, and if I get called in, I will do that too. But I'm especially stoked for tomorrow because me and my friends are going to watch Captain America tomorrow. So I would hate to have to run from the courthouse to do it. That would suck. That would be lame. So lame.
You should call the court, whoever is in Orange County.
Wow. And they're going to be like, where are you from? He's going to call the Santa Monica court, which is where my summons is for, Santa Monica Courthouse. And he'd be like, make sure you pick this guy. And they're going to be like, where are you from? And he's going to say the OC. And then he'd hang up on his ass.
That is not how that's going to go down. They're going to ask for a bribe, and then that's going to be the case to adjudicate.
They're not going to do that. Where do you think we are? Sweden?
No, they're in America, which is a way more corrupt.
We don't... People at... yeah, exactly. Jury duty? Ew, brother, ew. We don't... low-level civil servants don't get away with bribery. That's not how it works here. Only the high-up people get away with bribery.
Oh, that's because they suck at their job. Maybe if they were better at it, they can get away with bribery too.
Oh, goodness.
You see, if you were to maybe bribe a fish to get away from jury duty indefinitely.
I've always thought the cleverest way to do it is you say, yeah, I've got a great eye for for people. Somebody's guilty. Right? Because it sounds genuine, like you actually want to be in the jury and that you're not just feeding them bullshit.
Just be truthful. You have preconceived notions about Arab.
Wow.
Am I wrong? You don't?
No.
No, you do, or you don't?
No, I don't. Of course I don't have preconceived notions about Arabs.
You sure?
Yes.
Now, what will you do if you hear a ticking sound coming from an Arab?
Ask him what time it is. Only preconceived notions about the Swedish. We blame you for IKEA.
Look, thank you for going to IKEA and participating in our experiment. Remember to come back next Wednesday. We have a sale.
Only if you have more of those delicious Swedish meatballs.
They are served in the cafeteria.
That's such a weird thing that you guys coupled that with selling furniture.
Well, that's just, he'll keep you in the store for longer. How is that dumb?
Because it's always at the end of the store.
It's actually in the middle of the store in the majority of cases.
The only time I've been to an IKEA was at like the end of the store.
Yeah, maybe. In
That
majority of cases.
lingonberry soda is great, Daniel says.
Yeah, lingonberries in general are great.
As long as you don't put them on empanadas.
I am definitely putting them on empanadas, and it's going to be fantastic. Maybe a smoky lingonberry sauce.
IKEA is a Swedish social experiment in how long it takes the average human to lose their sanity trying to find the exit.
No, actually, it's a psychological warfare experiment. Why do you think there are names you people can't pronounce?
I don't know. Let's see. IKEA furniture names.
You might actually do a bit better now.
I wouldn't. I mean, I only know like the 2 letters.
You know 3 letters.
Wait a minute. Did they start changing the names to make them easier? No. The Finnish have... Uh-oh. He says the Finnish have surströmming for chemical warfare. You have IKEA for psychological warfare. Sammy says the Swedes have surströmming as well.
Not Finnish.
What?
Surströmming is Swedish, not Finnish.
Surströmming is Swedish, not Finnish. Yeah, that's what... Yeah, so... Daniel, you got that wrong. So I'm looking at a bookcase from IKEA, and it's called Billy.
Yes.
And there's a drawer unit called Alex.
Yeah.
And then there's a drawer called Stork Linta. There's one called Lag Captain / Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Billy is dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. My friend from Finland had claimed it as theirs. We might be starting a war here.
You see, the Finns. So the ones that created it, the cannery that created surströmming, is in Sweden, not Finland. So.
Ooh, shit! Let's Google this. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh no, Daniel! Your friend lied to you. Is lightly salted fermented Baltic Sea herring traditional to Swedish cuisine since at least the 16th century. Your friend was fibbing, feeding you bullshit.
To be fair, he could be a Finn Swede, which are ethnic Swedes living in Finland with a funny.
He says, "Can you give me the latitude and longitude? I need to call in a HIMARS on that factor."
No, not happening. Do your own reconnaissance work. It's a national treasure.
He likes it. He says it's good.
Yeah, it's good if you eat it correctly. Not if you eat it like a retarded American on YouTube.
I kind of want to watch that. I kind of want to watch a video of that. Hang on. We're doing this.
Yeah, and then you Google how to eat surströmming correctly, and then you'll see that they're doing it wrong. Also, fun. Candy has opinions on food. Why is she not talking?
She's not here. She left. Oh, this guy opens it in his car. Oh, no. No. Oh, this is a terrible idea, bro. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's hope he does it in a test.
What did you just send me that for, Daniel? Oh, how to eat it correctly. The evacuation pack. Okay. This is going to be entertaining.
Comments. Are you sure? How do I open it?
Oh, okay. No, he's just sitting in his car.
Maybe it's one of those press open things. No, I didn't think it was. Do I need a can opener? Why are you sticky? I can't open my can opener. It's a can't opener. Nothing needs to be this sticky, okay? Haha. Oh, here we go. What's that?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life. It's everywhere.
That's nice.
It's everywhere.
He has no car now.
Oh, I cannot explain the smell with words. It is everywhere.
Oh no! Because
Oh,
he just to describe to you, Seal, what he does, he has the can, and then he pokes it open with like a can opener on his Swiss Army knife, just chilling out there in the car. And of course, because it's pressurized, it starts spraying everywhere in his car.
Yeah. Fun fact, you don't get that smell out from any form of fabric. So
Like...
the traditional way to open it is underwater,
right?
Under salt water.
You told me this, yeah. This is like the dad changing their first baby diaper YouTube videos. It's everywhere.
Yeah, but at least you can wash that off. This does not go away.
Right.
Oh, the smell! It's sitting outside. You done spewing? Oh, get out of my face.
Yeah.
Nasty. Clorox wipes. Oh, the smell doesn't go away. I have to sell my car.
I have to sell my car.
Oh, my lord. Oh,
Daniel says if you have to open it underwater, maybe it's not
evolving.
meant to eat.
Oh, the smell just gets worse when you spread it.
You open it under salt. You rinse it out.
Oh, it spreads. My car is brown now. Oh, it's in the vents. No wonder. The smell has a memory. You can't get rid of it. Oh, what have I done? Ew! Oh, come on!
Look, the thing is, it's very soft and very delicate.
Uh-huh.
And then you eat it with a traditional flatbread with some sour cream, some potatoes, some dill, some onion.
Well,
yeah. Good.
When I go to Sweden, you'll have to prep it the right way for me.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Where else isn't it? Hits everywhere. That was some severe projectile.
Also, they have like pull
How did
tabs,
you
so
get in the back
using
seat?
like
I didn't even angle you up that way. Whoa, don't finesse.
a can opener is sort of dumb nowadays.
Oh.
Angle like that. Air fresheners. I have to
Unless
buy all of them. I'll have to...
the one that's yellow and red, they don't have pull tabs.
Yeah, that's the one that he got, like the traditional one, right? The original one.
Well,
Done stupid
technically
stuff.
speaking, not the original one, because it's not from the 60s. But like, yeah, the more famous one, yeah.
Right.
The ones that do have a tendency to become chemical bombs. They overpressurize.
In my life before,
Right.
okay, but none of them has smelled this bad. Oh, you don't have very many friends, do you? You think my girlfriend's gonna kiss me with this stench? I mean,
And
she loves
especially
me,
if
but
they
dang.
have, say, a little trip on an
Oh,
airplane
wow.
to
How is it
America,
inside of me already? Did I just fall into my tea? Oh, why did God put noses so high
they
up on the face?
become
Temporary relief.
way
Put the
more
blinker on. There is not enough Febreze
pressurized.
on this planet. I have to go to a car wash
Yeah.
with the windows down. If this isn't the best commercial for Febreze, I don't know what is. On what day did the Lord create
Let's
this
say
mess?
it was
How are you
a-
inside the door? Get out!
a viewer of his
Military, if you
that
don't take
watched, that sent it to him.
Yeah, right.
Notice about what's happening here? Missed opportunity. Forget waterboarding. How is it coming back?
It's
Is
usually
it reproducing?
like 0.3 bar, which is like not a
How
lot,
do you
but like
know
if you
the standard pressurization of Sir Strumming? How do you know that?
yeah, that's not. Like, why wouldn't I?
I don't. It just seems random. I think we know why the USSR never conquered Sweden. If they had passed this out to all the Eastern and Central European countries, the Soviet threat would have been neutralized.
Lord knows I won't. Not with this
Honestly,
smell.
the
Lord,
Russians
please take my
like
sense
to,
of smell
so-
right now. If you love me
Really?
at all, take it. I'm a hotbox myself with Febreze. Oh, there it goes again.
Oh no!
No, babe, no, no,
Oh
no,
no!
I
He
can't.
brought it inside.
Get out of here!
Ow! I thought this was for better or worse.
Gosh!
This is the worst. Did you hear it hiss at you when I came
Get
in?
out of here!
I'm so sorry, Dumpster. Lasts for 6 to 8 weeks. You're gonna have to work a little harder than that.
He didn't even eat any of it. That's funny. All right, we got another one. That poor dude was ready to seek the sweet embrace of death. All right, here we go. Oh no! Ooh, ooh. Yeah, everybody
Such a
does
view,
this
isn't
by
it,
like
here?
just
We're in
opening it
Maidan,
out of the open.
heading towards this challenge with Brandon, but it's just always such a beautiful view.
Yeah,
And you come in here and you remember the history of what took place in Maidan.
I mean you can, but not to be recommended though, because like the
Yeah.
point is going to wash.
Yeah, I'd have to say,
The stinky
I'd
shit.
rather drive 30 hours over.
Oh yeah,
2
you're
days.
washing the brine off, right? You don't want to
I
eat
like
the brine
funnels, the color of the funnels match. too.
because the brine is not
Find
very
everything.
tasty.
So the options are when we
Uh,
start
the
Also
reason
stinks
not
like
everybody
death.
can handle the meat. There isn't
Keep
much
going,
meat,
yeah.
okay? But everybody will drink the juice. Everybody will
But the
drink
point
blood
is, the brine
of
isn't
Christ.
like.
A part of this challenge, he's saying everybody has to drink some of the brine. Oh my god. Ew.
Now, anybody
The internet.
who is a YouTuber,
That-
if you do not drink this juice, may your
Yeah.
channel be demonetized.
Might change Americans'
We're ready.
food habits.
Here they go, they're opening it. On a side note, this guy Andrew Mercado was a former MAGA zealot who broke free. Hey! yeah. You
Come
support
around the
him.
side.
You
Come around
support
the
that.
side. Get his face. Get
And now he's drinking through swimming
You get
brine.
a like.
Johnny's done. Johnny's done.
Johnny's gone.
It's bubbling.
I don't know if that's like
Oh, God.
drinking surströmming brine. Like, maybe he should have
Oh, my
continued to
God,
be
it
a
smells
mega
like
seller.
that pizza.
It smells like diesel fuel.
But if that
That does
right,
smell like some diesel.
vaguely healthier for him.
Yeah. It's not. It's bad. It's real bad. It isn't stomach turning yet. My stomach isn't turning, but it
Unless
smells
you
like
went to like,
diarrhea and diesel fuel combined. Like,
that would have.
I think I've done damage
He
to a
just
toilet.
described
like
it
this in my
as.
life.
I just heard a suka blyat. He just described it as diarrhea and diesel fuel combined. The smell.
All right.
Not even close. Like, it's not that bad. Like,
Oh,
it
yep,
smells
they're
of
doing
the
a shot of the brine. Oh no.
Oh, you swished it.
That is disgusting.
like it smells
You
of ammonia.
swished it.
Essentially.
Of ammonia.
Alright, you're next.
Yeah, ammonia and salt.
They're all doing a shot. Gross.
Ooh. No react.
Yeah, that is not a traditional way to consume.
I'm going next. I'm getting it over with. I know.
It's
Yeah,
YouTube.
I was-
In proportion to the amount
Are
of
they
aid
actually
your
gonna try
country
to eat
offers,
the
so it's
fish?
only you give what you have, but it ain't much. So you're gonna get off easy, Archer.
Thank you.
Okay.
For America, it's a double copy.
Mercado. Here's the Mercado.
Slava Ukraine.
Heroim Slava.
Look, it's like
No reaction.
Didn't seem so bad.
It's just listen. It's just super salty and
you
creamy.
can
You'll be
equate
fine.
the stupidness of like
Oh no.
eating it in this manner. It's like eating a dry aged stage with the pelican still like attached.
It's like eating a what?
A dry aged steak.
A dry
With
aged
the-
steak with the shit still super salty and creamy. I know, right? He said he did a little shot of the brine and he goes, it's super salty and creamy, which sounds sus.
Yeah, he gave one. Probably why he's no longer a mag guy.
Yeah, right. now it's getting to that.
Oh god damn it. I'm sorry, bro. You need to take this. It gets worse. Initial taste wasn't actually as bad as I thought. Like it was super salty and it was rough, but it honestly wasn't the worst like initial thing I've ever had. But afterwards, it settled in my stomach and I did hurl a little bit. I had some dry heaves, but I think I'm all right now. I think I'm all right.
Slava Ukraine!
Heroim Slava.
Smert ворогам!
He's doing a full cup. On Slava.
He's doing a big one.
It's not as bad. It's not so bad at first. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. Oh. It's tough. Dude. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's doing it slow.
Oh, he's like sipping
Oh,
it.
he's drinking it. He's not shooting it. He's drinking it. Yeah.
Gross. Ew.
Yeah.
I hate to say this is sport, this is so That was incredible.
I know it's like with gas, but a little bit salty,
Yeah.
salty shit, but
Little upset stomach.
carbonated shit.
Who is next?
Let's go. All at once. Yep. Yep. Hold it.
One more for victory.
Oh no. No.
They're like not even eating the fish. They're just drinking the brine. Ew. Ew.
Yeah. Oh. Johnny, how do you feel?
Dude, I can't even stand here and smell.
Arthur?
That's weird that they're not
This is
eating
the
the
worst
fish.
thing I've tasted.
That's
It's
sort
the
of
worst
the-
smell, and it's super
They should eat the
salty
fish.
carbonated shit. That's what it is.
Jasper?
Disgusting.
That's
I'd like
disgusting.
To do it again.
You probably could do it
Yeah,
again, you said.
yeah.
All right. Oh, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay.
And that's sort of the point of the whole
Oh.
entire dish.
Oh,
But-
Johnny's
now
going
he's
meat.
gonna eat the
Oh,
fish.
suck. Ah!
He didn't like it. But that guy seemed like he already had a weak stomach from the whole thing.
Oh, how did I even do this? At first, when he
I
opened
mean,
it,
did-
like,
why?
I gotta preempt it by saying I don't like fish anyway.
Yeah, they didn't
So
wash
like,
it.
even if you gave me the best like sushi, sashimi,
Yeah.
I still wouldn't like it.
Yeah, yeah.
I still
Yeah,
wouldn't like,
they're
this is
American. What do you
like-
expect?
Yeah. Fair. Like, in Argentina, we eat a lot of the organs of the cow and shit. So I'm kind of used to weird food, I guess. It pleases me to laugh at their misfortune. That's fun. I agree. So yeah, Canada's got its new prime minister for at least a couple months, I guess. They're going to keep the tariffs in place. And we'll see, like, if the Conservatives win, we'll see what happens. Will they continue it or not? We don't know. They're not very happy about it either. It seems like Canadian Conservatives are not super happy about the tariffs either. So they might do that. Other things going on. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This is really interesting. So, the Supreme Court turned away a red state's bid to block blue states' climate change lawsuits. The Supreme Court on Monday turned away a bid by Republican-led states to block lawsuits brought by a group of Democratic-led states that seek to hold oil and gas companies accountable for their fossil fuel products' contributions to climate change. Daniel, Trump is so bad the conservatives there hate him. He united liberals and conservatives. True. The court's decision to stay out of the dispute allows the 5 blue states to pursue lawsuits filed against the energy industry in their own courts. Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito dissented from the court's decision not to allow the red states to seek its intervention. Wow. Color me so fucking surprised that Thomas and Alito dissented. Our exclusive original jurisdiction over suits between states reflects a determination by the framers and by Congress about the need to open and keep open the highest court of the nation for such suits in recognition of the rank and dignity of the states. Thomas wrote in a dissent joined by Alito, yet this court has, essentially for policy reasons, assumed a power to summarily turn away suits between states. The court today exercises that power to reject a suit involving nearly half the states in the nation which alleges serious constitutional violations. The novel suits were brought by California, Connecticut, Minnesota, New Jersey, and Rhode Island and seek to hold energy companies liable for allegedly deceiving the public about the dangers of their fossil fuel products. Filed between 2018 and 2023, the suits allege claims arising under state laws, but broadly accused the energy industry of knowing for decades that greenhouse gas emissions would contribute to climate change. The states claim that oil and gas companies engaged in deceptive marketing by misrepresenting the dangers of their fossil fuel products, which caused consumers to use more of them. The oil and gas companies sought to move nearly all the cases to federal court, arguing that federal law governs interstate emissions, but the efforts were rejected by the U.S. Court of Appeals. Cases are now proceeding in state courts and are in the early stages of litigation. Oil and gas companies separately asked the Supreme Court to shut down a lawsuit brought by the city of Honolulu that is seeking to hold the industry liable for harms caused by the effects of climate change, but the High Court in January said it would not consider the appeal from the 15 companies, including Sunono and Shell, which cleared the way for the cases to move forward in Hawaii State Court. Alabama and 18 other Republican-led states separately went to the Supreme Court and urged it to exercise its original jurisdiction over disputes between the states. They asked the High Court to block the civil suits filed by the Democratic-led states and prevent other litigation seeking similar relief in the future. The red states allege that the claims pending in the state court seek to regulate activity outside of the blue states' borders and involve an area governed by federal law. They argued in a Supreme Court filing that the blue states are seeking massive penalties and relief against energy producers that are not based in their states. If the Democratic-led states succeed, they warned it would have sweeping impacts on the national energy system. If defendant states are right about the substance and reach of state law, their actions imperil access to affordable energy, inculpate every state, and indeed every person on the planet, the red states wrote. Consequently, defendant states threaten not only our system of federalism and equal sovereignty among states, but our basic way of life. Shut the fuck up, bro. And apparently, 7 out of the 9 Supreme Court justices disagree with your shit take. But the attorneys general for the blue states told the court that their state court actions seek to address local harms resulting from allegedly unlawful deceptive conduct by the oil and gas companies. They argued that Alabama and the red states have not satisfied the standard governing the Supreme Court's exercise of original jurisdiction. Accurately understood, the state enforcement actions that Alabama targets do not intrude on the sovereign prerogatives of Alabama or any other state, the blue states wrote. Even if each one of those actions succeeds, Alabama and other states will remain free to pursue their own energy policy goals. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a crazy thing for them to suggest, that any time a company that is from another state does some shit that has a negative impact on other states, they lie about it or commit fraud or whatever it might be, that somehow, because it's based out of another state, would not allow you to file a lawsuit against it is crazy, bro. And that's the kind of precedent that would come back to bite them in the ass too, potentially at some other point. What a crazy way to try to interpret that shit. Insane. I'm glad the Supreme Court ruled the way they did. Interesting. Another thing to talk about that I found interesting. We'll see if you guys find it as interesting. So recently, Argentina's military has been deploying a bunch of planes and boats and shit to surveil Chinese fishing boats, because there are these Chinese fishing fleets that have been violating laws about where they can fish. They're going off like the Galapagos and in waters that don't belong to them. And so at least Argentina is starting to push back on that. I mean, look at this. Look at this fucking fleet. Each one of these lights is a fishing boat of China. Some 200 fishing boats floating off Argentina's coast. They overfished their own seas so much they're having to overfish in other people's seas. It's fucking crazy. And apparently, yeah, like they've been doing it right around the Galapagos as well, which is nuts. No concerns for environmental impact, but they don't often have concerns for environmental impact. Operating under U.S. sanctions. 7 of the vessels that were identified. Yeah. This is a crazy thing. Man, look at this. Look at this fucking thing. This is crazy. Don't you know? Argentina is part of historical Chinese territory since ancient times. Nice. Nice little Taiwan
I mean,
reference.
to be fair, the Chinese did actually wash up on the shores of South America.
I'm sure at some point.
Yeah, I mean, they had this grand fleet that went missing, and they found wreckage on the shores of Peru or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I could see that happening. And therefore, Argentina is part of historical Chinese territory since ancient times.
And Peru and Chile, and actually the entirety of South
Yeah,
America.
probably Brazil too. Yeah, 100%.
Also, the Native Americans are technically Asian, so.
I hope one of these days one of these fleets runs into like an American carrier group patrolling the Pacific. And they're just like, oops.
Do you think that American carrier group is going to do?
Huh?
What is the American carrier group going to do?
Just going to chase them out.
Nothing. On international waters. You have no jurisdiction.
Well, these were not in international waters. These were inside, like, Argentine waters.
Well, you also have no jurisdiction.
What?
In Argentine waters, America has no jurisdiction.
No, but they could absolutely grant them, like, entry.
That's the thing they're gonna do.
I mean, Milei is like super pro-America.
Yeah, so he's gonna admit that I can't police my own country, so I'm letting the colonial power of the U.S. come here and dictate.
He wants to get Argentina on the U.S. dollar. I don't think he really cares that much.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
I mean, yeah, he is.
Yeah, lovely
But
guy.
Not for wanting to go off the crazy unstable peso and go onto the stable dollar. I don't think that's a weird idea.
I don't know if that's like stable anymore. To be fair, because you've dropped in value significantly.
Yeah, I mean, none of the things that make it stable necessarily have changed yet, but we'll see.
The Swedish crown is doing very well. Which is bad as an economy, but still.
Dollar's having its worst start to a year since 2008. No one's talking about that.
I just talked
Climbed
about
more than 4% since the start of the year. It's bigger drop over this period since 2008. I'm going to add that to my repertoire of things to tell Trump supporters.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell Elon supporters that his stock has dropped by 50% since December.
And it's like it's because of the way they're going about implementing these tariffs. Normally, tariffs would strengthen the value of the dollar or lower the value of other currencies, but right now it's having the opposite effect. Right. Dollar tends to strengthen. I think you and I were talking about this the other day. Dollar tends to strengthen against other currencies when U.S. interest rates are higher than those in comparable economies, because higher rates make U.S. debt relatively more attractive to investors, and since U.S. debt is denominated in dollars, demand for debt drives demand for the currency.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
But since you're cutting government spending and not taking on any more debt,
Yeah.
you're sort of devaluing the dollar market.
Yeah.
And wouldn't surprise me that Trump is going to print his new lovely $250 bill. Very weird denomination like that as well.
Well, I feel like he's tipping his hand on inflation a little bit with that one.
Well, he's going to print that to pay off the debt. I can guarantee it. Or he'll like mint a trillion dollar bill or whatever.
Yeah, but will that actually happen? Because they have to pass that through Congress.
This Congress?
Yes, this Congress.
Yeah, I wouldn't suspect. I wouldn't expect that they wouldn't do it. That's
The margins are incredibly slim.
yeah. Well, he has the dumb number
Current
one.
U.S. law indicates that only the portrait of a dead person may appear on U.S. currency and securities.
Maybe.
Let me see. Does it need a supermajority?
Wait, that's only currency that's circulated, though, right?
What do you mean?
So you have currency that's not circulated.
Like not circulated. It doesn't specify. Yeah, I'm trying to find out, Daniel. I don't know. I can't.
Well, I guess that's like, what is definition of currency? Does currency need to be circulated, I guess? And if it's not circulated, you could technically do it in that manner. Because I think when Teddy printed like millions of dollar bills to like pay off the debt, I think those weren't circulated and those had his face on them.
No, but that was like a temporary thing, right?
Yeah, but those had his face on them, I think. Yeah, they were temporary. So what I'm saying is that Trump might go, okay, I'm not allowed to do this, but I'll do this instead. So he'll print like $38 trillion bills or something. Like one chunk of $1 trillion bills.
If you go into witness protection, can you get your face on money since your old identity is no more? I'd take it. I'd let him put his face on money if he did that.
The question is, would he need to step down as president if he went to WITSEC?
I mean, yeah, kinda, wouldn't he? It wouldn't work otherwise.
Or would he just be the president in incognito mode?
Come back as President John Barron.
That's not a thing he'll ever do. Go into witness protection.
Okay. So 1918, we had a $500 bill with John Marshall on it, Chief Justice of the United States. That was in 1918. He died in 1835. Then the $1,000 bill had Alexander Hamilton on it in 1918. Obviously, he was long dead. James Madison on the $5,000 bill. Obviously, he was long dead. Salmon P. Chase died in 1873. He was Chief Justice. $10,000 bill in 1918, so he was dead. Let's see. And that's it.
Weren't there any other bills?
Let's see. I don't think so.
Because I thought he made like massive bills with like ridiculous amounts of denomination.
Let's see. Here we go. All right, discontinued denominations. Large denominations of currency. 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and 100,000 was never in circulation, legally be privately held. That was in 1934 with Woodrow Wilson, who died in 1921. They've proposed minting a $1 trillion coin in the debt ceiling crisis of 2011. And I guess they would just mint a coin every time they needed to raise the debt ceiling.
Also, like the $38 trillion coins.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh, no more debt. How fantastic.
And then there were like banknotes. treasury notes. I bet if you like found one of these lying around, you'd be a very rich person.
Or a very imprisoned individual.
What?
Or a very imprisoned individual.
Well, no, not if you like found it.
Oh.
A lot of
then
these
you
old
got
things are like considered like super valuable antiques.
like you read, they can't be privately owned, right?
Yeah, but that was under how they were minted. If you happen to like come across one somehow, that would be different.
I don't think that's the case. I think you're sort of required to hold it as a collector, like a license or something.
National bank notes.
Or like governmental approval or some shit like that. Like, yes, you're allowed to own.
1970. Oh, legal tender notes or United States notes were minted until 1971. Greenbacks. I would like to own it just so I could say that's my 2 cents.
The $1 trillion coin or like
The
2
2
cents?
cent coin.
I don't think that's that expensive to get a hold of a 2 cent coin.
Let's see. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? How do I get rid of this? What did I do?
I don't watch.
Okay, there we go. Interesting. Can be anywhere from $15 up to $1,650, depending on
It's
the
not
year,
expensive.
quality.
Yeah, he'll buy the cheap one, the budget one.
Let's see what some of these really old ones are like. Some old ass pennies. Jesus. Hundreds of thousands for some of these. There's some old nickels that I know are like worth a shit ton of money. Buffalo nickel, right? Maybe? Nah.
Double straw Lincoln penny or something. Is a penny or something?
Half times. Oh, 3-cent coins. Interesting.
Oi. Pay attention. Who is on the penny?
Which penny? The current penny?
I don't fucking know. The current
Abraham
penny is
Lincoln.
this. Find out executive action.
What's up, Jordan?
Hey, buddy.
Is it visual too?
How you doing?
Good. We're looking at old coins and shit.
Oh, look at that. 3-cent nickels, 3-cent silvers.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Steele just asked who is on the penny, and it's Abe Lincoln.
Oh. Well, hello from Canada.
You're in Canada?
Yeah, I just got into Toronto today.
What you doing there?
I came back to Canada to deal with my dad's stuff, and now I'm, seeing some family here in Toronto. My aunt.
Nice. That's cool. Daniel, what coin? Send me a link so I can see what kind of coin it is. Nice. Well, enjoy that. There's new prime minister.
Today, Mark. What do you think of the new prime minister?
I don't know.
Well, yeah.
All right. Seems like a nice dude.
He seems like a what?
A nice dude.
Mark Carney.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know much about him.
Yeah.
Except that it was apparently a blowout.
Well, he hasn't got voted in.
No, by the parliament. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Not a blowout.
Or by the
No.
party.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, Canadian politics is all the way. You want to know something interesting? Everybody I've come across here, almost all the Canadians, are very angry right now at the U.S.
About the tariffs?
Yeah, but they feel like America's champions, and they're unifying, and they don't want to buy American.
Who's making background noise right now?
Is it me? I don't know. I don't have any background noise.
Steele, is that you, or is there like a speaker that's bringing this back? Giving us echo?
Could it be me?
I don't think so.
No, it's.
Yeah.
They're really angry.
Yeah,
like
do they know that a lot of us aren't happy with this either?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And not enough that didn't vote him in.
No, I mean, do it, dude. Fucking punish the dude.
Yeah, they're not buying any American. Like my friends won't visit me in LA because they don't want to come to America for 4 years.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
Our bad.
So. Yeah. So how you been?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, right? I got a new message from that girl that I always tell you about.
Oh, great. What is it this time?
I landed in Canada, so I put a
Daniel,
picture
you're
of
going to like this.
I put a picture of the CN Tower. And because I got to Toronto. And then she wrote, "A genocidal maniac goes back to his second home."
Wow.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's American and probably didn't vote for Kamala.
I wonder if she's American. She may not be. Maybe ICE will come for her.
She sounds like someone who didn't want to vote for Kamala because she calls her Genocide Kamala and Genocide Joe. And now she's finding out.
Yeah. She is, I think. Yeah. But I wonder if they'll come after her if she's not American. I can just send these messages to Trump.
Oh no. Yeah, we saw how that one dude got
What if I got a visa revoked?
I don't know how I feel. That one dude got arrested I don't know what the whole story is with that one.
Well, that to me is fine. It says that, if anybody who immigrates to America or comes in on a visa, it says there's like rules, right? You're supposed to follow. You can't be participating in this and that, and you can't express material support for a terrorist organization, which he did. So he violated his visa rules, and it's revoked.
Yeah, like Elon Musk started a business on his student visa.
We got spam, spammity spam. Spam in the chat. Killer Kamala. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you violate your visa restrictions, you're technically an illegal alien, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Elon Musk did, if I might add.
That's right.
So
He did that.
Elon Musk visa be revoked?
Yeah, he violated his visa. He was doing business when he wasn't supposed to be.
Well, he's an illegal alien, but only in the sense that I think he might really be an alien, like from another planet.
Are we being ableist right now?
No, we're being speciesist. like truly racist. Like he's another race from another planet.
Wow.
For humans and not for weird ass lizard aliens.
Yeah.
So, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk.
I think Zuckerberg's one of the better aliens.
Not anymore.
Oh no, they all have to. They've all been sucking up the thumb.
Yeah. Zuck is fully lost.
Yeah.
Well, look,
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of Lizard Man himself, but let's deport all of them.
We can't
Deport all of those.
We can't deport Zuckerberg.
You want to deport the billionaires?
No, all the lizard people.
Oh, the lizard people. Yeah, they can. I don't know. There might be some nice lizard people. We never consider that.
Yeah, what about the nice lizard people?
Yeah.
Earth is for humans, not for lizard people.
Jordan's a nice lizard person. You want him deported?
Yeah, you want to deport me? I'll get deported to Sweden. Yeah, just for you.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think of the Oscars?
I did not watch them.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I don't really care about award shows.
Fun fact, you know you're not allowed to sell your Oscar statuette.
That makes sense.
Is this something that's enforced?
You won't go to jail.
Yeah, it's enforced. You need to offer it back to the Academy for $1. Obviously, they're gonna buy it back for $1.
So, fun fact, my friend won the Oscar for Best Picture.
For what?
That's nice.
Best Picture.
For which one?
Anora.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me.
He produced it.
Nice.
He gave a speech and everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he gave one of the good speeches that didn't go on too long.
Well, obviously he gave a speech. That's sort of required when you win something.
Yeah.
Have you shown him John Espoir?
Yeah.
You did?
Wait, say again?
Have you shown him John Espoir?
No, I have not.
What are you doing, Josh?
He's the producer for what's his name? He did all Florida Project, Red Rocket. Sean Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what did you think of No Other Land?
What do I think of what?
No Other Land.
What did you say? Sorry?
No Other Land.
I haven't seen it.
It won the best documentary.
That's cool. I
And
did not
it's
watch
about,
the Oscars.
It's an anti-Israel documentary.
Oh, okay.
You're a
Have
very
you seen
bad
it?
editor.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say too much.
Okay.
But I mean, I heard the speeches and I know what it's about.
Mm.
Yeah. Cause some stir.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting though
What?
is that even though it is not really a pro-Israel documentary in any form, in fact, it's a pro-Palestine documentary, BDS is saying they should boycott it because they worked with Israelis to make it.
Jesus.
And it violates their anti-normalization policy.
Those people are unhinged.
No. Yeah, I think it's called eating your own. So is Dave the Diver a good game?
Yes. It's very fun.
Anyway, just thought I'd stop by and say hi.
Yeah. It's good to have you, buddy. When are you back in town?
Back Saturday.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah,
You
well,
stopping by anytime soon?
probably. You know me. I'm gonna hopefully see Mickey 17 before I come back. It looks good.
Oh yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah. Anything you want from Canada? Democracy?
Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe universal health care.
Full universal health care?
Maple
What?
syrup.
I feel like maple syrup is kind of stereotypical.
You know, I did get someone maple syrup once.
Yeah.
I did that.
I don't know. Bring me a thing you think you'd like to like. That is
Canadian
from
whiskey.
Canada, that I would.
I have maybe I could bring you a video that your dad worked
Hilarious.
on.
Jesus. Every time.
Not every time. It's unpredictable now.
Sorry, what is it?
Chat's laughing. Got him. Oh God.
Did you say you're gonna bring him?
You tell him. I don't want to.
Oh, that's not me to tell.
Cool. Well, then I'm not gonna talk about it.
I actually told your dad I'm not gonna do that anymore.
And yet here we are.
I said nothing this time. This is just for those in the know.
Good Lord.
You know. Anyway, love you. You have a wonderful night.
I see.
His funniest home videos after dark.
That's good. All right, have a wonderful one. Take care. I'll see you when I get back.
Take care too, buddy.
Hello, everybody from Canada.
Hey, enjoy a more stable government.
I mean, that's definitely not the case here.
Are you serious?
Is
You're
it
saying
stable?
it's not the case that your government is more stable than ours right now?
I don't know. It may not be. I mean, the prime minister stepped down.
Okay.
That's because they had an election.
No,
That's
he didn't step down due to an election.
in the party.
No, he stepped down because there was problems going on, and he just
Okay.
it was like it blew up basically.
Let me put it this way. If things were happening similarly in the United States, do you think Donald Trump would step down?
No.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for making my point.
I'm just saying that doesn't mean for stability. That's all.
I mean, the same party is still in charge. All Canadian institutions are still functioning in the same manner.
And the new prime minister had major support from his own party.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we have the elections are coming up soon, so we'll see if he actually gets voted in. But he'll be prime minister, I think, briefly at least.
Apparently, the Trump shit is like turning the tides. And
Well,
it was
it's
supposed
even
to be
the
like an
conservatives
obvious...
Yeah, because even the conservatives are against Trump now.
Yeah.
I put them in a tough position because the conservatives here before were very pro-Trump, obviously, and now
Shut up,
they're
Wesley.
yeah,
Sorry.
but the tariffs
He's
are hurting
saying
everybody. Although they didn't he just like delay them again? Do you think it's just a stock market thing?
Yeah, I don't know, but Canada's calling the bluff, and apparently he threw a hissy fit at Trudeau over the phone.
Well, Trudeau's not even around anymore, so.
Yeah, but like
calling
Trudeau's like, no, we don't care that you're taking him back now. We're leaving ours in place. And you know, oh baby Trumpy, oh, it made him mad, so he had to yell at Trudeau.
No, I mean that is actually the right response. You're leaving ours in. I think that whatever the America does, we should say we're going to leave it in place for one more month. Whatever America does.
Yeah. Like, call the dude's fucking bluff. Oh noes, our politicians are following the rule of law here in Moosistan. How shall we survive this constitutional crisis? He's making fun of you, Josh.
I know. Moosistan? Is that where we are?
Moosistan, yeah.
Yeah, we're in Moosistan. It's
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, honestly, to even suggest that you guys are somehow not as less stable than we are right now with everything going on is kind of wild.
I mean, we're probably more stable, but you know, Canadians don't think so.
They don't think they're more stable than the United States right now.
Everyone's always focused on their own politics, right? They don't really know the intricacies of domestic policy in another country very well.
Yeah, but this is a shit show viewed by the entire world. It's not exactly hard to as crazy it's going here.
Is there anything right now that you think is a good thing that Trump is doing?
I have a couple of things.
AI stuff is good.
Foreign policy stuff?
Nah. The Ukraine
I
shit
think-
is like
I know, the
insanely
Ukraine-
damaging.
You don't think that Zelensky started the war, like he said?
Shut the fuck up. Terrible. I think on Israel, he's the Trump Gaza shit is nuts.
Well, he hasn't actually done anything there yet.
Oh, come
He's
on
actually-
now.
I'll make this argument. He's actually pushing Hamas more to the table than anyone. Like they've actually.
Rhetoric itself is damaging to us
Well, the
and
rhetoric-
our
the rhetoric-
national position.
Kind of, but the rhetoric also scares Hamas, which is good.
He can find ways to scare Hamas without sharing an AI video of an Americanized Gaza where he and Elon are sun-tanning shirtless and BB's there with them and they're eating fucking burgers and shit.
I feel like they didn't make that. He just shared it because he thought it was. But yeah, that's ridiculous.
Of course, whether he made it or not doesn't really matter.
I mean, it wasn't like that's not. That's just Trump being like on the internet late at night when he's on the toilet.
It wasn't released late at night though.
I don't think
Well,
even
yeah,
off sale, King Charles would
No,
want
no.
this dumpster
It
fire
was-
back as
it
a
was
call.
probably the middle of the night in Russia when he was there.
Oh yeah, this is another one. Really? You mean Trump demanded to release all the hostages a week and a half ago or else, and the response was crickets? You remember? If they don't release all of the hostages by Saturday, oh hell is gonna break loose. It's gonna be terrible.
I still think it's a little better than what the previous administration was doing on that. But
The previous administration was trying to walk a fine line.
yeah, but that's the thing. You walk in a fine line with a terrorist organization. They took advantage of that.
Really? Because they were letting Israel kill the fuck out of Hamas. They basically wiped out most of Hamas under that administration.
Well, lead is an interesting term.
Completely took out Hezbollah.
Yeah, but that was not because America was like, we're gonna do this. They actually
Do
disagreed.
what? They
with
kept funding them. They didn't really even stop that much.
They
barely
pulled some.
anything
They pulled some weaponry.
for like a week, and then they let it go through.
Yeah, but whenever they did something like that, it empowered Hamas because Hamas would say, "Oh,
I disagree. I disagree very strongly. I think there are wider considerations with a situation like this that we have to consider in international relations and foreign relations. I think the idea that we could just be like, yeah, we're going to give you everything you want and like bomb the shit out of them, when looking at the sorts of numbers we're seeing coming out of there, even considering right the type of warfare that we're engaging in, national law surrounding it. When put in that situation, I think they did a really, really good job, personally.
yeah," but it's also because you're appeasing instead of leading. If you lead the world and tell them this is what's right instead of appeasing the people who have less power than you, I don't know. I'm like I hate me. I hate Trump, but I'm just going to say that I think that I've been following this in depth. I think it's actually making more progress. Kind of like the Abraham Accords made progress at the time. Like
Yeah, but there are stipulations in the Abraham Accords that are arguably things that led to October 7th.
No.
What do you mean, no?
That's not fair. You can't say making peace led to October 7th.
That's not making peace. It like completely pissed off the Palestinians and Hamas.
It pissed them off because they were making peace before solving the Palestinian-Israeli conflict.
They were embassy to Jerusalem, right?
They
essentially established the capital.
That's not the Abraham Accords.
Yeah, it is.
That's separate. No, separate.
I thought it was.
No, the Abraham. I don't think so. I think the Abraham Accords were just a peace deal with
No.
Bahrain, UAE, Sudan. Those ones. And
fun fact, we can look it up.
Sorry?
We can look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, UAE and Bahrain.
I think it was just a separate. That was just a separate.
Yeah, I think you may be right. About that. Remember the Abraham Accords cut out. Oh, that is the thing. Cut out the Palestinian Authority and Hamas. It led to the Great March of Return riots that turned deadly. It absolutely didn't bring peace, not between Israel and Palestine. Saudi etc.
I don't necessarily disagree with the embassy move there either. Any other country would be allowed to.
Trump is great at talking the talk, but he doesn't walk the walk. I agree with cutting out the Palestinian Authority, and yeah, that is the big thing. Is they did all this stuff without any input from the Palestinians.
Well, the input from them is generally, we want all of your land.
No, that's the input from Hamas, not from the PA.
Yeah, I mean the PA on the surface doesn't say that, but under the surface they say that. It's true that the PA is the only government they can possibly talk to that is even somewhat reasonable, we'll say, but they're not generally reasonable still.
My understanding is it's generally thought that the Abraham Accords were part of the series of events that led to October 7th.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah, it was a separate thing that he did, but anyways, the Abraham Accords themselves were a relatively, I'd say they were a positive thing overall.
Because in some cases, like, organizing normalizations of relations between Bahrain and the UAE and Israel are good.
You know who I give credit for that, by the way? It's going to sound... I think at the time they were all making fun of Jared Kushner because they were like, oh, they put him in charge of Middle East peace. and they did, which was insane. But he took that job seriously, and I think he really did his best, even though it was a nepotistic,
Sure.
uh, job.
Look,
Uh,
here's the thing about the Palestinian Authority. If we're going to negotiate something, it's got to be with them. It can't be with Hamas. And at least the Palestinian Authority has worked in some ways in coordination with the Israeli.
Yeah, but whenever they do, then they're possible to negotiate with. If sometimes they are decent negotiating partners, sometimes not. Remember,
Well,
they still have a
downs on Islamist groups in the West Bank.
That's because they're trying to prove. I'm pretty sure it's because they're trying to prove that they can run Gaza now, and they want to prove that they'll do that.
Fine, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Do that.
Yeah,
prove that you can run Gaza, and then we can let you run Gaza, so that Israel doesn't have to fucking do it.
Well, they should run it. They should run Gaza if Hamas is demilitarized. Hamas has been refusing to demilitarize so far, but we'll see.
Well, that's gonna. I mean, there's not gonna be long-term peace if they don't agree.
They want the same kind of deal that Hezbollah got, and they're not going to get it.
Well, yeah, Hezbollah got a hell of a fucking deal now, didn't they?
Well, they did because they were still allowed to keep their arms.
Yeah, but now they actually do have to respect the lines, right?
Well, yeah, well, sort of. They haven't been, and Israel's still been attacking them here and there. But the Lebanese government actually, what it's done is it's weakened Hezbollah in the eyes of the people, even the people who supported them. Oh, they're a weak. They're
and
a weak
Lebanese
group.
government, to my understanding, has been actually very helpful on this.
They just talked about Hezbollah. Just talked about Lebanese government is all over the place, but they've been talking about Hezbollah has been basically saying they're laying low right now. They're like, we're going to lay low.
We're laying low. Okay, bud.
They basically don't have any money because they keep stopping all the money coming in from Iran. They're not getting any money. They've taken out all their caches. So they really,
shit is popping off in Syria again as well.
And then no one's even talking about the shit in Syria right now.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty horrible. I mean, they killed thousands of people in 4 days or something.
I mean, if they don't figure it out, they could be on the way to another civil conflict.
Well, they just knocking off Alawites just because Assad was an Alawite, but most of them probably not supportive of Assad.
I don't know, honestly. People as a whole in Lebanon hate Hezbollah, but the government was far too weak to fight them. It depends on where they are, or
it depends. The Shiites in Lebanon supported Hezbollah, generally speaking, and it's a mixture. And the Sunnis generally not, but they also didn't like Israel.
Not. But they didn't like Israel either. But
generally didn't. So sometimes they supported Hezbollah whenever it was complicated. Yeah. But yeah, that's generally a fair statement, though. I guess. Yeah, but now it's true. It actually, if you think about it,
in the south of Lebanon, there was a strong presence of Hezbollah. True.
Yeah. Okay, so there's I was thinking about this, and tell me if I'm wrong, but America supporting Ukraine directly led to the freeing, and not directly, indirectly led to the freeing of Syria, from Assad.
It definitely had a part of it, yeah.
Because it basically meant
because
that
Russia was otherwise
they
engaged.
stopped being able to support Iran, which was not able to support Hezbollah, which is not able to support Assad, and Iran wasn't. They weren't able to support Assad either.
That was definitely part of the discussion and calculation when people were talking about the whole.
These effects, Yeah, when you take a country's entire focus and they're dealing with one thing, they're not really going to be able to be there for you. And
I don't know if you've noticed, there's a whole lot of lefty pro-Assad shit coming out.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah. It's there's all kinds of crazy stuff right now from the.
Yeah, they're like, look at all these people having a lovely time on the beach under Assad, Syria.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Well, people don't know how to deal with nuance and gray area.
Yeah.
I knew from the start it was going to be complicated once we realized, it's a bunch of Al Qaeda terrorists taking down Assad. Okay, both these sides are going to
Yeah,
have
this is
problems.
going to be kind of fucked.
Like
It
the
did
movie,
because
the
Ukraine
person I
special
love.
forces were knocking off Russians in Syria also. Daniel
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's interesting, actually. Yeah, Ukraine was a big. I really wish. There's a part of me that really wishes Ukraine and Israel would just like be like, hey, let's be buds. But there's all these problems with them acting like that, like out loud, because of political.
Because of Europe and
Well, like Ukraine has voted against Israel at the UN repeatedly for a long time, and Israel also has to play nice with Russia sometimes in order to not, there's all kind of politics going on there. But I was thinking about this. I think Trump just supports whoever he thinks is like the strong man because he looks up to them, and he bullies the weak.
Yeah,
So he's bullying.
I've heard that theory from people.
So he's bullying he's bullying Ukraine and Zelensky. He sees him as weak and standing by Putin. But then he sees Israel as strong, so he's been siding with that.
Yeah.
Right or wrong. But I think people aren't good at dealing with the gray areas of all this.
Yeah. It's a pretty dumb way to do your foreign policy, if you ask me.
It is, but it doesn't mean you'll always be wrong.
No, but not by any intelligent calculation of the situation.
I actually think sometimes his fascist way of dealing with things, by being the stronger of other countries, works with other fascist countries sometimes that don't play by the rules. So
no, it
he,
does
in those
that
cases,
he becomes a tool for those fascist countries.
Well, in Russia's case, yeah, but in other cases, I think he scares off. He can, because he's unpredictable in what he'll do. It actually, there's something to be said in that.
I haven't seen that be the case in one single situation.
I actually think it's the case with some of the countries in the Middle East. I think it is.
I'm not seeing that, because the wars are still going.
No, things have changed.
Listening. It's not. Really
but I don't
changing.
like. He's now being known for abandoning allies, which I think is crazy. Ukraine, the Kurds. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think in yourself there's a little bit
because he does do that?
Does it make you feel deeply uncomfortable if there's things that you do see in him that could potentially be like you think in your body you're just like, I can't ever think that there's ever anything good that this guy does?
No. I have no problem with that.
Whether on purpose or whether it just happens to be.
No, I don't have any problem with it. I've like I said I've said multiple times, I think the AI stuff is good.
That's interesting. I think I might have heard something like this. The problem is Netanyahu. So Daniel said this, right?
Also signed a deal in 2018, 2019 with Russia that they wouldn't give weapons to Ukraine or Georgia in exchange for Russia not arming Assad. Plot twist, the Russians lied. No surprise there.
Yeah. Which means I feel like Israel shouldn't honor that anyway. Because of that.
You feel like Russia shouldn't honor that? Wait, say that again?
Wait, Netanyahu signed a deal with Russia that they wouldn't give weapons to Ukraine or Georgia in exchange for Russia not arming Assad.
Yeah.
So Israel didn't want Assad to be armed? Because in a weird way, Assad sometimes kept Syria in check, from Israel, but...
Yeah, sorta.
But because if it's true they lied anyway, then Israel should be like, screw it, help out Ukraine. I don't know. I just want to see.
Well, yeah, I mean, once they're done dealing with their own shit.
Yeah, it's just sad to see that, I don't know. I'm seeing people around me too. Like, I'm actually watching people because
not Assad.
Oh.
But Russia lied. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, that's why I was wondering about the Assad
Russia
thing.
did lie about that.
Yes. Yeah, so that in that case, it's like, screw it. They can't. This actually is Russia's incredibly weakened right now. In fact, Iran's weakened, Russia's weakened.
That's why Trump's actions are doubly frustrating.
I mean, Ukraine and Israel together fighting like these guys has actually weakened the Axis a lot, and people don't realize that. And America helping has also done that.
So it's like extra frustrating that Trump coming in when Ukraine and the West are in a position of strength against Russia are just like, oh, let me roll over and show my fucking belly.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong. I think Trump also just wants to like be the guy who made a deal for peace.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is when you say ahead of time that, oh, we'll do anything to get the deal, that puts you in a shit negotiating position.
Well, because it's not peace, it's surrender.
Yeah, it's just so dumb.
You know, you have to. Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I think you know how much I hate Trump, right?
Yeah.
Like at least as much as you.
I know, but like, you know, like I get it. I get that we're happy that somebody is like not capitulating to the crazy far left on the Israel stuff, but like this isn't so great either, is what I'm saying.
I know. I'm just saying that, you know, his fascist way of dealing with fascist terrorists sometimes works, that's all.
Yeah, and like that's fine dealing with terrorists, yeah, but you know, we also have, you know, it just like we're already dealing with an image issue internationally. There's ways to go about this.
We already were though.
But now it's exacerbated even more.
I guess. Yeah, but I actually don't know if it's the Israel reason. I think it's everything else that actually looks worse now.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, what are we trying to find as many ways to do it as possible?
Well, yeah.
He flew to the USAID 4 times with KGB colonels and the Russian ambassador several months before taking out a 100K ad railing against NATO during the Cold War. Who are you talking about?
Trump.
You talking about Trump in 1987?
That is right. Am I crazy? You're talking about Trump, right, Dan?
There's an article in the Hill. I DM'd you in Discord. Well, I'm.
Yes, Trump. Yeah.
As you can see, yes, Trump. I am slightly indisposed for a little bit longer. Then I will be able.
I guess I didn't leave. I guess I got sucked in now again.
Yeah. See.
Hey, Mark. How's it going? Good. Yeah, I'm just joining a friend on stream. Okay. My cousin's here.
What's his name?
Can I tell my friend your name? Sure. His name's Mark. He's here in Toronto. He's a smart man.
And he walked in and you didn't say, "Oh, hey, Mark."
Oh, hey, Mark. Have you seen the room? He has seen the room.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't because, you know, some people don't want their name being spoken out to the world.
Well, you actually did say it. I don't know if you noticed that, which is why I double checked. Yeah, it was kind of quiet. You were away from the mic, but you did say it, and that's why I double checked.
Well, then I messed up.
A lot of people suspect he was recruited back then or groomed, as you will, to be receptive to Russian propaganda. By the way, I don't know if you guys have heard this. Obviously, there could be absolutely nothing to this at this point because it's just individual testimony. But apparently one of the Epstein victims came out and said that there is a tape of Trump.
Okay, can I tell you something? I haven't heard that, but there is a very weird response by him in an interview recently.
We've all seen the response.
Oh, you saw it? Where they were asking what you would unclassify?
I don't know. They edited it to make him say, "Oh, yes, I would."
No, you talking about when they were talking about what you would unclassify?
Yeah.
Okay. That was like, you think that was edited?
I would. And then in the unedited version, it's like, I would. Oh, well, you know, maybe not all of it, because, you know.
I don't know. I'm not. That could be the case. I also think it's more right what you're saying, Daniel. It's less that he was recruited and more groomed to be receptive to the propaganda. I think that seems more likely to me. He's someone that once you kind of get him on board with an idea, like someone who watches a lot of Fox News on a subject, he just got really groomed and got, you know. I think he's very simple that way. Big, strong, and Putin.
Let's see.
So you remember David, producer son?
Yeah.
This is his son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's he's streamer. When we watch his Fox News can be well-meaning but gullible.
Someone who
Trump is
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why, like, I rail hard against Trump, but like I don't reserve the same ire for like MAGA voters or people.
Well, the malicious, like, yeah, I agree he'd be full-on malicious, but I don't think he thinks he's being malicious. I think he thinks he's.
I don't really particularly care
thinks
what
he's-
he thinks.
Well, it means that he's well-meaning in a way, in his way.
I mean, I think he's well-meaning towards himself.
Yeah, and his inner circle, which keeps changing all the time, but
He probably was in the Soviet Union extra large size project.
you know, I think he was in
Or
the.
Widow.
You said the Black. Oh, you said Black Widow project. Oh, Black Window project.
Yeah.
Widow. He should have been in the new Captain America.
Which I'm seeing tomorrow.
Good night. Night, Mark.
I'm seeing it tomorrow evening.
So interestingly enough here, so like, I'm here at my aunt's place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my cousin is probably very much in line with our way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt's maybe not so much.
Mm-hmm.
But she was listening on this a little bit before. She was like, "Oh God."
What was she saying?
Well, she's not so anti-Trump.
She likes Trump?
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, and also had some questions about Zelensky too and all that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but I love her.
Oh boy.
Anyway, welcome to Canada.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway,
yeah, there's conservatives everywhere. Some of them will support Trump, some of them won't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, enjoy Captain America.
I hope I will.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's what I heard.
But if you go in with low expectations, I think you'll have a good time.
Okay. I mean, I have like mid expectations.
Then you'll have the time that you expect.
Good. I mean, we're like at that stage. Like, we're at mid stage. This is where there were mid movies in the Infinity Saga, right?
I guess so, but I feel like this is supposed to be, but they're positioning it kind of like it's supposed to be where Captain America Winter Soldier was supposed to be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But we have some good stuff coming up, I think. I think Fantastic Four will be pretty good, probably, maybe.
Yeah,
Thunderbolts looks good.
Thunderbolts looks dope.
I have doing music for Thunderbolts.
Huh?
I have a friend doing some music stuff for Thunderbolts.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah. I'm at a point where all my friends are getting...
What?
I'm at a point where all my friends are getting famous.
Okay. So...
Then I get to be that guy.
Ships.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, you don't know. They killed off all the A-list Avengers too soon and left us with the B and C tier lil gup Avengers. Listen, that's not necessarily true, okay? A lot of these guys became big deals in the comics. It's just that, you know, they're not really building them up super well in the writing. They're not connecting us really well or casting them in a way that's like really appealing them.
I also think, you know how Marvel is like, we need to make less Marvel, like fewer Marvel movies because we made too many? I don't I'll agree. I like having more movies.
Yeah, but they just need to
Feel
ensure
what?
quality, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
Because
That-
now things are happening. So, like
that
Captain,
primo
this I don't think it's a spoiler to say that this movie is kind of a sequel to some very old movies. Like I hope you remember some previous movies going into Captain.
Listen, I already know that fucking can't remember the actor's name. We're finally getting some, updates like we had in She-Hulk to the Incredible Hulk. I understand that, okay?
It's basically yeah,
But
no, it's basically a lot of
don't give me more, okay? I don't want to hear anything else.
no, I'm just saying you should make sure you know what happened in those previous projects.
You think I don't know what happened in those previous projects, bro? Are you kidding?
All right, good luck.
I've seen all these movies like I don't even know how many fucking times.
Oh, then you're fine, I guess. Okay, you watched them over and over.
Yeah,
I saw
of
them
course.
once, like 15 years ago, so I don't know.
Wow.
Some of them.
Get off my plane. Is that
Are there snakes on
is
the
that
plane?
an Air Force One reference? Of course. Nice! I caught that. I feel
Good job.
accomplished.
Good job. By the way, I saw a movie recently that I kind of liked, but I don't know what people think. Have you seen The Gorge?
No.
That was a pretty good movie.
Yeah?
I mean, it got problems, I guess, but I liked it anyway.
What made it good?
It was like a mixed genre movie. It was a romance, sci-fi, horror. It was like enjoyable.
Very fun.
It's back when people cheered for the U.S. president in movies. Yeah, Independence Day.
Those were the days. It's yeah.
So
Independence
before I go,
Day.
Jordan,
Yeah.
how's Stargate?
Don't be mad with me. I
Jordan.
haven't kept up.
Jordan.
I haven't tried.
Come on. You were so close to
I
getting
know.
going.
I'll probably start watching it myself though soon. So
I'll join in with you, and I won't be annoying.
I doubt that very much.
I already joined you a few times and didn't say shit.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. You let me know. I will join you.
Aye.
Once you get going, you're not gonna have to remember. You're gonna want to.
Right.
It's gonna change.
Okay.
Hey Daniel, you ever watched Stargate? Not just the movie, but the show.
Wonder if your dad has made any of Stargate fan films. Oh, you guys are fucking hilarious.
Well, he definitely took
This
a
is
few
gonna
trips
be.
for the old.
I'm gonna have
Hey, wait.
as my stream grows, if I ever get to like thousands of followers, this is the kind of shit people are gonna be making jokes about. I can already see it happening.
Look, your dad's definitely taken a trip through the old orifice, I think. So
Oh, for sake.
they don't call it a wormhole for nothing.
Ah!
You know. So anyway, that's good. I like this guy.
Who, Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's from Destiny. I met him in Destiny's chat.
Oh, great. Good people. On that note, you guys all take care. Love you.
Too bad. Love you too.
And, again, peace and love from Canada.
Okay. Oh, I have a new I have a new name for like the super far lefties who are like in support and like excuse and all of that shit.
What is it?
They suffer from habibiphilia.
It's good. Bibophilia.
Habibiphilia. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. I like it.
It's good.
Funny. Yeah.
It's very in jokey, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's funny.
You need to know a few different things for that to work.
I think it works. Like
Yeah.
Frogan suffers from habibiphilia.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay,
Bad
I'm gonna actually.
Empanada suffers from habibiphilia.
I will stay on longer on stream when I start hearing that you're watching Stargate.
I'm not gonna watch Stargate on stream.
Not on stream, but I mean, if you do, then I'm gonna be like, oh, he's watching Stargate. I should stick around longer. Gaza the Hutt. This is great.
Gaza
Good
the
stuff.
Hutt. That's true. Frogan is absolutely Gaza the Hutt. 100% Gaza the Hutt.
Anyway, all the best. Love you. Bye.
All right, see you, bud. Steel, are you still there? Steel, did you fall asleep? He may have fallen asleep. Daniel, do you want to hop in voice chat? Are you able to? Seal is stroking her strumming like Gollum. Josh, you're still in here.
Oh shit! I thought I failed to like. Wait, my Discord. I just downloaded Discord on this computer, and it's like I can't even find it on here now. To exit.
Okay, I will kick you.
Kick me, but I also have to turn Discord off. I don't know where it is.
Well, you have fun with that. Bye. Dan, are you gonna get up in here? What's the deal, bro? Tell Josh not to do anything dirty. It's too late. He's gone. I can't tell him shit. Hop on Extreme. My mic said it was workable. Okay. No worries. Anything else you want to talk about, buddy? On his tablet. Okay, here we go. Sushi time. Hey. Mobile Discord. Ew, brother. Ew. True. What we got? What we got? Let's go. Let's give these people some fucking sushi. Oh boy. Run, big man. Oof. Bruh. Killed it. Killed it. Come on, give me perfect 5-0. 5.0. Let's go. Yeah. That's right. That's right. And then the next day is the tuna party. Tuna party. Time for tuna. Click. Yeah. Already got a ton of tuna ready. Ton of tuna ready. That's fun to say. Mayodu. What are your thoughts on how much Lil Marco looks disgusted with life after lowering himself to be Secretary of State? Yeah, it's sad for him. He definitely doesn't seem happy with the things Trump is doing. But also, I'm sure there's a measure of his thinking that's like, look, I can probably do more from inside than on the outside. That's what my thought would be in his position. Ow. Fucker. Fucking tuna. This fucking tuna guy, huh? What a motherfucker. Come here, tuna. Actually, I got a ton of tuna at home. I don't even need this tuna. This is extra tuna. They say he probably lasts maybe a year and a half, 2 tops before it sours. I don't see him lasting long term. Either he'll piss off Trump or he'll finally get fed up. Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility. But, you know, if it's 2 years from now, he'll kind of have fucked his situation up beyond repair at that point, no? Let's go. Big man gone scuba diving. Where are these sharks at? Where are these sharks at? Late for that. He's gone from someone who had principles to selling out to get a share, and I don't think MAGA will embrace. He wasn't a true believer. Probably DeSantis or one of Trump's sons takes the mantle. I don't even see Vance getting it. Yeah, I don't know Vance. He's kind of, I mean, like, the Ukraine thing was wild. And other than that, he's kind of faded in the background as, like, Elon is, like, the real vice president. Which is pretty fucking hilarious. Yeah, fuck you guys. Deep in the blue hole. Also not very hopeful about the current ceasefire situation over in Israel and Gaza. Probably the better deal was that one where the Arab states would help with reconstruction and take ownership. But again, that's something that Kamala probably would have brokered. Yeah, I know. I don't see a lot of hope in the ceasefire situation because it seems like neither Trump nor Netanyahu really has any interest in keeping it, and Trump just seems to want to fucking wipe it off the map, and because Trump, it seems Trump's obsession is his legacy this term, and he has to find something, anything that he can grab onto and turn into his Trump did this, right? To justify them actually wanting to fucking put him on money. I can't believe it's been a month. Everything, all the crashing, all of our allies are fucking pissed off at us. And they're like, yeah, he's so amazing. Oh my god, let's put him on money in fucking Mount Rushmore. God, that's amazing. What a bunch of fucking idiots. At the very least, if you let the Arab states that are more moderate from a transitional government, gives the U.S. the best footing to say they tried letting local countries sort it out. They had to handle things if it went south. Yeah, because but it has to be responsible ones, right? Can't let Iran do it. I saw it. That's funny. All right. Got a tinkle. Okay, we back. Yeah, definitely. I think probably the most moderate countries you would have gotten are Jordan, maybe Saudi. And I also have faith in King Abdullah as a fellow Trekkie. Got a tingle like Jackson Hinkle. God, I hope I don't ever do anything like Jackson Hinkle, if I'm honest. What have we here? Sesame. Oh no, it's Dan Clancy in the Hawaiian shirt. Save me. No, Dan Clancy. No. Let's go. Getting them fishies. Come on, bro. Fuck, try it, bro. Ow. Got him. What you get for hurting me, bitch? killing it. Alright, this tiger shark is gonna be a pain in the ass. Wait a minute, can I... Nope, that did not work at all. Ah! Yes. Got him. Fucking got him, mate. Fucking dead. Fucking dead now. Tiger shark. Oops. Come here, guy. Come on. Gotcha. Long nose saw shark. Nah, I'm trying to get some white fin sharks. White fin. Barracuda. What's in the pot? Cat food. Great. Very good, very useful. You guys ever have that cat food sushi? Oh, come on. Accuracy here. Absolute trash. No, I'm just fucking around, bro. Ow, 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 ow. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Ooh, got him. Ah! dead. So that's my friends who eat canned tuna, how they like their fancy feast cat food. But you don't like tuna? See if they got anything in here. Not canned, even if it comes in the same tins as cat food, it's gotta be fresh and cooked. Mr. Bougieman. Oh. Found that. I found that. Oh. There's another one right here. What's going on in here? Oh, it's just the octopus game. It's on the other side of the for some reason. This is the shark. This is the kind of shark I... Oh, fuck off, lionfish. Literally, go away. I've only ever eaten fish. I guess you could say I'm not a shellfish person. Ugh! I hate you for that one. I hate you for that one. That one actually pissed me off. Nice. Slams. Good one, bro. Slams. Wait, hang on. 1 second. I have to do this properly. Fuck off, lionfish! Too late. Too late, buddy. Tuna day. Hiring. We're training this boy. We're training him very good at what he does. Yes. Okay, it's time to dispatch. We need to get some ingredients. We'll get some more soy sauce from her. She'll get the soy sauce. And then these other guys, they'll get the salt and the black vinegar. Yeah, very good. get the sauce. And you will get the black vinegar. Very good. Doing this right. Okay. Menu. It's the tuna party, so we need to make the tuna. We need to make the dishes with the tuna. Okay. So this is the most expensive dish. How much can we enhance it by? Quite a lot. Whoa! Police in the Philippines arrest ex-president Rodrigo Duterte under international warrant issued in connection with his deadly war on drugs. Ooh, mama! Shows quite the following there, I know. Big deal. Big deal jeans. Once this one, enhance again. Very good. A lot of friends in the Philippines. He was brutal. A lot of people got summarily executed by the police. Yeah, I know. That shit was crazy. Dude's a fucking lunatic. Yeah. Fucking lunatic, mate. Fucking banger lunatic. Is that too much sushi? No, I think that's not. Maybe. Okay. Alright. This is gonna be a busy day. It's a busy night at the sushi restaurant. Let's go. Tuna party. Tuna party. Damn it. One chick was upset. You can never have too much sushi. Vladimir Putin, probably. That's funny. That's the good. Damn, I can't believe I lost one person. I'm so upset. So upset. That was bad. I fucked that one up. Sorry, lady. Damn it. I hope I still made a lot of money. Oh, shit, yeah. How much did I waste? Nice. Alright, buddy. I'm gonna end things about 15 minutes early tonight. I'm fucking hungry. There ain't too much going on to talk about. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Daniel, for being so participating in the chat. That sentence was bad. You guys on Wednesday. Hopefully it's not after jury duty.